Hi everyone and welcome to Yoga by Now, Jess. I'm Jess. Today's class is a slow flow, which is one of my favorite types of practices for when life has been particularly busy, maybe a little bit stressful, in times of uncertainty. I like to take the opportunity to slow down and reconnect with my breath and reconnect with myself. It's a great way to see how I'm feeling and what I need at this moment. So I encourage you to really listen to what you need today. If you need to rest, then take a rest. I'll offer some modifications, but if you need some more, then you know your body best. So listen to that. I hope you enjoy this practice. Try to keep your awareness on the breath. Feel free to close the eyes. It's a really nice way just to feel this practice. So I also encourage you to feel all the moments in between. Enjoy the transitions between poses today. It's not just about getting to the next pose and staying there. So I hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable cross-legged position. If you've got any blankets or pillows and you want to sit up on that, then go for it. And just close the eyes. Start to let go of whatever you've already been doing today. And try to do that without forcing away any thoughts or feelings. Instead, just turn your awareness towards the breath. Start to notice if you can feel the breath flowing in and out through the nose. You might feel a gentle rise and fall of the shoulders as you inhale and exhale. Maybe you can feel the breath flowing down into the lungs, maybe down into the belly. Don't try to force or change the breath. Just let it settle into its own natural rhythm. You might have just gotten up, you might have been running around already, so the breath might take a few moments just to find its natural ease, and that's okay. And take one hand and gently place it on the belly. And start to see if you can gently encourage the belly to expand a little bit more with each inhale. And let it relax, and the navel head back towards the spine with each exhale. So you can picture the belly expanding like a balloon every time you breathe in, and deflating again every time you breathe out. Deep belly breathing is a great way to find a sense of calm. If you can't sleep at night, it's really nice to lay down and place the hands on the belly and just feel the breath flow in and out. Excellent. Just let the hands relax either onto the knees or back into the lap. And we'll start this practice with one deep breath together. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, letting go of anything that you no longer need, just coming into this moment. Feel free to take a breath like that at any time through today's practice. And gently blinking open the eyes. I'm going to inhale the arms up towards the sky, big breath in. Exhale, take a gentle twist towards the right. Trying to make the movements today the full length of the breath. So as we come back through center, use the whole inhale. And as you twist to the left, use the whole exhale. See if you can enjoy the movement. not just enjoy the feeling of once you're into the pose. See if you can feel the movement from start to finish. And inhale back through center, reaching tall. Exhale, open the hands up to a cactus shape, lift the heart. Inhale, arms back to center. And exhale, open the heart one more time. Let the hands come back onto the knees. We're going to take some circles with the torso. So inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you move back, starting to scoop the belly and round through the shoulders. As you come forward, open the collarbones, open the chest. So your pace doesn't have to be the same as mine. Use your breath to take this movement. Make the circles as big or as gentle as you like. And next time you come to the front, we're going to reverse and go in the opposite direction. Starting to warm up the spine, starting to see how it feels to gently move today. Excellent. And then next time you come back to the front, just return back to neutral. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel the hips heavy into the mat, the spine long, and the neck just relaxed on top of the shoulders. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, place the left hand down onto the mat. Take another inhale and reach the right arm long. And then exhale, gently fold over towards the left. So a nice easy side stretch here to start the day. You should feel a stretch right down the right side of the body. Now it's up to you, always yogi's choice. So you can find stillness here and just enjoy this. Or if you're feeling the need to move a little bit today, then you can gently start to close the shoulder, lean forward a little bit. Maybe open the shoulder, open the chest, the heart up towards the sky. And gently flow between the two. You'll feel the stretch move to different areas of the body as you do that. So just check in and see what feels good today. Gently coming back up through center, placing both hands down. Big inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, the right hand goes down. Inhale, the left up taller. And exhale, lean over towards the right. Just take a couple of breaths in stillness first, just to check in and see what you need on this side, because it won't always be the same as the other side. And then maybe invite some movement. Being really gentle, not forcing or rushing yourself this morning. And then gently coming back to center. We're going to spin over and come towards a tabletop. Stacking the hips over the knees, the shoulders over the wrists. I'm going to move into some cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. As you exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, round through the shoulders. And again, use your breath to flow between the two. Again, making the whole movement count. Let's start to explore this movement. So it doesn't have to be a traditional cat-cow. You can start to rock the hips. Maybe dropping opposite elbows onto the mat. You can walk the hands out a little bit further and play around with Swinging the hips from side to side. You can maybe drop the hips down and open up through the chest. You can head back to child's pose on an exhale. So just make this movement your own for a few breaths. And then we'll meet back in a child's pose, bringing the toes together, the knees out a little bit wider, and placing the forehead onto the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here. Checking in, how does it feel to start moving? Are there areas of the body that are calling for more movement, for a longer time stretching? And gently walking the hands over towards the right and placing the forehead back down on the mat, keeping the left hip really sucked down towards the foot and a nice stretch through the left side body. And then coming back up, gently tiptoeing the hands over towards the left and placing the forehead back down. Feeling the stretch through the right side body. And then coming back through center, coming back up towards a tabletop, placing the wrists back under the shoulders again. We're going to inhale the right arm up towards the sky and exhale it back down to where it was. And then inhale the left arm up towards the sky and exhale back down. Again, use your breath to flow a few times from side to side, warming up through the upper part of the spine, feeling the chest open a little bit further as you take the arm up towards the sky. Beautiful. One more time. Make it even. And we'll meet in a neutral tabletop. And we're going to gently walk the hands out in front of you and move towards an extended puppy. So you want to slowly start to lower the forehead down onto the mat. Keep a gentle engagement through the core. Keep this active, so keep the hands really pushed into the mat. And just very gently start to melt the heart and the chest down towards the mat. Just going as far as feels comfortable for you today. And then make the hands active. Start to walk them back up and head back to child's pose. Take one long deep breath here. Big inhale. And a big exhale. And on your next inhale, slowly round up, back towards a tabletop. We can head up towards downward facing dog. So take your time, tuck the toes, engage the core, pick up the knees, push the mat away with the hands as you send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Keep the knees really bent for the first one. Pedal out through the feet, shake the hips from side to side. Give the head a shake. Make sure there's no tension through the neck and the shoulders. And come to find stillness for a breath. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, drop the heels a little bit further back. And to aim for a nice straight spine here, so the knees don't have to be locked. Next inhale, look between your hands. And exhale, tiptoe the feet up towards the hands at the front of the mat. And come to a nice easy forward fold. So bend the knees really deeply. So deep, in fact, that you can rest the belly on the thighs. Let the head relax. Point the tailbone up towards the sky. Maybe reach the arms around behind the legs and give yourself a hug. A little bit of self-love for today's practice. And let the arms relax and gently start to roll up towards standing, taking your time. There's no rush. Bringing the head up last so you don't get dizzy. And finding a moment in Tadasana. Big breath in, big breath out. You're going to inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips as you return to a forward fold. Again, bending the knees if that feels good. Grabbing opposite elbows and having a little sway from side to side. Letting go of the hands, bending the knees, rolling back up. And take the shoulders up towards the ears as you come up. Roll them back and down. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Keeping the hips forward, we're going to open the upper body out towards the right to reaching the arms long. Inhale back to center. And exhale, open the arms out towards the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hinging at the hips, taking a fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. So the hands don't have to be on the mat. They can be on your shins or on your thighs. You're aiming for a nice flat back. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees one more time, rolling up. Taking the shoulders up towards the ears, rolling them back and down, bringing the head up last. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees, placing the hands on the mat, stepping back to a plank. So always yogi's choice, a plank that feels good for you, knees up or knees down. We're just going to take a breath here. And then we're going to exhale, bend the knees and send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. If the knees are on the ground, just gently lift them and send the hips up to downward facing dog. Again, take a few breaths to pedal out through the legs if that feels good. On the next inhale, we're going to roll along the spine. Use the full inhale to come back to a plank. And the full exhale to bend the knees and send the hips back and then up to downward facing dog. Roll forward on the inhale. Keep the core engaged. Exhale, bend the knees, rolling back up. Hips towards the sky. One more time in your own breath. Roll along the spine. Bend the knees, send the hips up, back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. Let go of anything you don't need. One more breath in, and then as you exhale, lower the knees slowly down towards the mat. Bring the toes together and head back to child's pose. Just taking a few moments in child's pose just to check in, see how you're feeling. And then on the next inhale, we're going to roll back up towards a tabletop. Tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Gently inhale the right leg up towards the sky in a three-legged dog. Keep the hips neutral. Exhale, come forward through plank. Gently place the right foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Lower the back knee and inhale to a low lunge. I'm going to take a few breaths here, just settling in through the hips, reaching the arms long. Big breath in, reach tall. Exhale, open the hands to cactus, send the heart up towards the sky. Inhale, tall. One more time. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth. Keep the left hand down. We're going to open up into a twist through the right. Exhale, the right hand back down onto the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the knee. Pick up the right foot and send it back to a three-legged dog. Going to warm up the core a little bit, so take a big breath in. Exhale, see if you can come forward through plank and touch the knee towards the nose. Inhale the right leg back up. One more time, knee to nose. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, come forward, place the right foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Drop the back knee. Inhale to a low lunge. Beautiful. Now there's the option to stay here, or as you exhale, place the hand, and we're going to open up towards that twist again that we've just done. Or if you want to take it a little bit further, you can always drop the hips a little bit lower and start to bend up through the left leg and maybe reach round with the right. If you can grab a hold of the left foot, gently opening up through that right shoulder so the shoulder opens, the hips lower. So only taking yourself to your edge today, not any further. Gently release, bring the hand back, send the hips back to a half split. See if you can pick up the toes of the right foot, bring them towards you. Keep the spine long. Big breath in, big breath out. Gently come forward on your next inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, and we're going to step forward to a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows here, have another little sway from side to side. Let go of the hands, bend the knees, and rolling up to standing. Taking the shoulders up towards the ears, rolling them back and down, closing the eyes and taking a breath in Tadasana here. Strong mountain pose. It's like a bit of a power pose, so just seeing if there's anything you need from today's practice. Drawing it in with each inhale. Letting go of what you don't need with each exhale. And gently blinking, open the eyes again. Inhaling the arms up towards the sky. Keeping the hips forward, opening the arms out towards the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, opening the arms out towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Step back to a plank, plank of your choice. Really strong core, strong legs. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, bend the knees, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, really pushing the earth away with the hands. Making sure you're not collapsing into the shoulders so your spine is a nice straight line. Then we're going to inhale the left leg up towards the sky. Come forward through plank, hug the knee in towards the chest. Before you place the foot between the hands at the front of the mat, gently lower the back knee and inhale to a low lunge. Enjoy this moment. Feel the stretch opening up through the front of that right hip. Active legs. Big breath in. Exhale, open the arms to cactus. Take the heart up towards the sky. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open the chest, a little back bend. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Keep the right hand down, open up through the left. So you want to be reaching along between the two hands. So you're pushing the mat away with the right hand, reaching towards the sky with the left. Next time you exhale, take the hand back down onto the mat, tuck the toes, pick up the knee. I'm going to pick up the left foot, take it up to a three-legged dog. Again, a little bit of core, so big breath in. Exhale, see if you can take your knee towards your nose in a plank. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale through plank. Place the left foot between the hands. Gently lower the back knee. Inhale the arms to the sky. Feel free to close the eyes. Enjoy a moment here. Inhale the arms tall. Exhale, hands to the earth. Keep the right hand down. Take the left arm up towards the sky. Again, yogi's choice. So always the option to stay here or maybe bend through the right leg. Drop the hips a little bit deeper and reach around with the left hand. See if you can reach the foot. You want to open up through the chest. Let the hips sink a little bit lower. Again, just take it as far as you can. So if you just want to reach back without bringing the leg up, then that's awesome. Do that. Couple of breaths here. Gently let go of the foot. Bring the hand back. I'm going to step forward again to a forward fold. And this time, take the hands behind the back. Clasp them together if you can. Straighten the arms and see if you can bring the hands over towards the head a little bit. Release the hands, bend the knees, slowly rolling up to standing. Take the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them back and down. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. This time we're going to take a side bend. So grab the right wrist with the left hand and gently lean over towards the left. Inhale back through center, reach tall. Swap the grip and exhale to the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to a plank. From here, we're going to lower the knees and then bend the elbows. We're going to lower the belly all the way down onto the mat. Keep the elbows tucked into the sides. See how slowly you can lower all the way down. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, a little baby cobra. And exhale down. 2 more of those in your own time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Tuck the toes. We're going to head back to downward facing dog, but through child's pose. So send the hips back to a child's pose, but with the toes tucked. Big breath in. And exhale, coming up through tabletop. Take the hips up towards the sky. Beautiful. Now we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. So now we're in a standing forward fold at the back of the mat. Gently tiptoe the feet out about mat width apart. We're going to lower the hips down towards a yogi squat or malasana. If the legs are particularly tight and you can only come down this far, then that's great. Just do that. You can always take a block if you have one and sit the hips onto a block. Feel free again to find some stillness or maybe a little bit of movement, rocking the hips from side to side. You can keep the hands on the mat, or you can take the elbows to the inside of the knees, bring the hands to prayer, to heart center. Then find a few moments of stillness. Beautiful. Drop the right hand down onto the mat. Reach the arm long so the shoulder comes down towards the inside of the knee if you can, and open up through the left. Really enjoy that opening. And then come back through center. Sit tall for a breath. And then take the left hand down onto the mat. Reach it out long so the shoulder comes almost to the inside of that left knee. Then open up through the right. And then coming back, placing the hands back down onto the mat, shifting the weight forward, picking up the hips, tiptoeing the feet back to about hip width apart, coming back to a forward fold. Connecting the hands to the mat, starting to slowly walk forward back to a plank. Take your time, there's no rush getting there. Remember to try and enjoy the transitions of today's class. We're going to lower back down onto the mat so you can drop the knees and lower that way. Or if you'd like, you can keep the knees up, come forward onto the toes and then lower slowly down onto the mat. 3 little cobras in your own time. Inhaling up and exhaling down. 2 more. Really opening the shoulders and the collarbones. Not putting any strain on the neck, just letting it be an extension of the spine. And then we're going to sit back towards a child's pose. Beautiful. On your next inhale, coming back up towards a tabletop, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back for the last downward facing dog of today. Big breath in and a big breath out. Give the head a shake, give the tailbone a shake. Excellent. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, drop the heels a little bit lower. Inhale, looking between the hands. We're going to tiptoe the feet between the hands, drop the hips, and come to find a seat with our legs straight out in front of us. Excellent. Going to inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, take a gentle forward fold. So we don't have to go very far. You want the spine to stay nice and straight. If you feel like bending the knees, then go for it. Keep the toes facing towards you and gently fold. If the knees are bent and this is starting to feel good, you could always walk the bum back a little until the legs start to come to straight. Again, just choose the variation that feels good for you today. And then gently rolling up. I'm going to take the right knee in towards the chest. Let the knee drop out to the side. So the right foot is on the inside of the left thigh. Spin the torso so it's facing the left leg. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Again, we're not aiming to have our head towards the knee. We're aiming for a nice flat back forward fold. So you're almost aiming to have the torso onto the thigh and the chest towards the shin. And gently rolling back up, taking the right leg straight. If the leg's a bit of a shake, if that feels good, then hug the left knee in. Let it fall out to the side. Twist the torso, inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. How are you going with the breath? Have you lost it? Have you just realized that you're taking a new moment to reconnect? Wherever you are, it's all good. Just enjoying a few moments of slow, steady stretching as we come towards the end of today's practice. Gently rolling back up, taking both legs straight. We're going to come to lay flat on our backs. Let's take the legs out in front. Give the feet a little bit of a shake. Just take one moment here before bringing the right knee back into the chest, giving it a squeeze, hugging it in tight. We're going to open up through that hip. So take the right knee in the right hand and take the left hand onto the left hip to keep it down. And gently start to open up through that right hip, pulling the right knee away from you. Again, only go as far as feels good and make sure that this left hip stays down. Letting the shoulders be relaxed. And gently coming back through center. Then we're going to swap the grip so that the left hand takes the right knee over and we're going to come towards a twist. So you can take the right hand straight out to the side if you've got the room, or into a cactus shape, and gently gaze over the right hand. Keeping the right shoulder down, just taking the right knee towards the left as far as feels good. You can adjust the knee up or down to increase or decrease the stretch here. Feel free to close the eyes. Very gently coming back through center. Hugging both knees in towards the chest. Having a little rock from side to side, maybe massaging out through the lower back. And then keeping the left knee hugged in, we're going to stretch out the right leg. And just like we did on the other side, take the left knee in the left hand, right hand onto the right hip, and gently open up through that left hip. And bringing that left knee back towards center, swapping so the right hand is holding the left knee. You can take the left arm straight out, take a gaze, and then twist the right knee over, or the left knee over towards the right, sorry. Closing the eyes. Beautiful, very slowly coming back through center, hugging both knees in towards the chest. One final pose before we move towards the Shavasana today. So we're just going to take the legs straight up towards the sky. Straight legs if you can. If you have a block or a blanket, you can always lift the hips up and place them underneath the hips and take the legs towards the sky. Just let the hands fall out to the side with the palms facing up. And take a gentle gaze at the toes. Notice the breath. This is really nice to do against a wall of an evening as well. You can shimmy the bum and the legs up towards a wall and just let the legs relax, and you can take the hands back to the belly and come back to that belly breathing that we did earlier. It's a really nice way to settle before you go to bed if you have any trouble sleeping. And gently bending the knees, bringing them back, give them one last hug, and then take the legs out straight. Let the feet fall out to the side, the palms facing up and closing the eyes, and enjoying a few minutes of rest in Shavasana, a well-deserved rest. Again, noticing where in the body you can feel the breath. Doing a quick scan from head to toe. Notice if there's any areas where you might still be holding on to some tension. And if you are, visualize the breath heading there. So visualize the inhale flowing in through the nose towards the area of tightness. And then picture it melting with each exhale. It's really important to take a few minutes of rest after any practice, just to make sure that you have everything that you need, that you're connected with yourself before you head out into your day. Feel free to stay here for as long as you like. If you're ready to finish the practice, just gently bend the knees, rolling over onto one side and gently sitting up back towards that cross-legged position from the start of today's practice. Bringing the hands together in prayer at heart center, bringing the thumbs towards your chest and taking a gentle bow. Thanking yourselves for showing up today, for taking some time to do something just for you, for letting go of any busyness, any stress, even if for just this little while. Remember that this practice is always here for you, even if it's just 2 or 3 deep breaths. So we'll finish today's practice together with a big breath in and a big breath out. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I really love bringing you these practices. So if there's any particular practices that you'd like to see, or if you'd enjoyed this practice, then I'd love to hear it. Let me know. And whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, I hope you have a wonderful one. Thank you.